Hey, ¿qué onda, mi gente? What's up, man? First and foremost, man, I want to say thank you for for the support that you guys have given me, man. It's been a while, and uh, uh, um, I just thought I made this video, man. Cause somebody on the comments, I'm gonna mention him later, man. This vato, he goes, hey, can you make a reaction on the prison guard video about him calling the Paisas Chomos. Well, let me start by saying, man, I just want to say I want to send my shout out to 16th Alive channel, man. It's a pretty good dude, man. He he did not agree with that, man, and Garner's Colepte, gracias Garner, man, and that is the reason I put their faces right there, man, because all these vatos got involved on videos, man. Thus, saludos and respetos, and oh well, like I said, the reason I made this video is because of that reason, man. I felt real disrespected, but these comments that this vato, he says on his video, man, that but we hope before I continue with the video, man, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and let me know what you think in the comments, man. To all my time, man. First, when let me start off by saying, when I got to the United States, man, I seen the discrimination, man, that people had towards Mexicans, especially Paisas, man. Because one for the language barrier, and another one is because a lot of the Paisas, they don't want to get busted, and they don't want to get in trouble and get deported back to their motherland, for whatever reason they left, to support their family, to work, because I believe Paisas are the hardest workers in the whole world, man. There's no doubt about that, and and a lot of us, we just took crap from people. We just took quiet, man. But a lot of us, but that I do not include myself in that. A lot of us, man, I always fought for mine, and I always defended myself, the best I could, man. One of the reasons, I learned, you guys can see my English is not that good, man. Soy paisa, soy mexicano, I'm a paisano. And with that, I just want to send my saludos to all the gente, man, to whole Mexico, mexicanos, mi raza, todo mi bandera, Chihuas, Michoacán, Sinaloa, Durango, Guanajuato, Zacatecas, Coahuila, Monterrey, already mentioned Chihuas, to all Mexico, man, all Mexico, Oaxaca, in the house, man, Michoacán, most definitely, el DF también, I got a lot of good friends from el DF, man, a lot of them, as a matter of fact, and most definitely, my homeland, my state, Jalisco, man, muy orgulloso de ser mexicano, hasta la madre, and like I said, the reason I'm making this video is because of that, man. I seen a lot of discrimination, towards Mexicans. You guys already heard Trump what he says about Mexicans. That we rapists, we this and that, and most of the times, they wanna incline to the, en México we got a saying, man, que el perro más flaco se le suben las chinchis. To the skinniest dog, man, the fucking fleas are always, because he's weak, and let you tell, man, weak. Yeah, we're not, but that's what the saying goes, man. But check it out, man. If anything, we nothing but, we ain't no weak mother efforts, man. Like I said on my last video, we fought the Spaniards, the French, and the United States, and all these discrimination. Like I said, I felt it right away when I got to the States, man. And that was, like I said, that was the reason I wanted to learn English so I can have a voice for my gente, you know. And when I first started watching these videos, I didn't see nobody speaking on behalf of the Paisas. And I said, why not, man? Why not? Since I did that, you know, in prison, you know, I always, you know, was sticking up for my gente. You know, why not right now, you know, give a voice to my gente, you know, well, let's get back to the video, man. On that video, CEO, I think he's an ex CEO, Héctor. He's talking about that we Paisas and whites, you know, are Chomos. But let me tell you this, man. I did see some Paisa Chomos in prison. I'm not gonna sit here and fucking lie and say, nah, there's no Paisa Chomos. When I was in Pelican Bay, you know, I almost did 3 years in Pelican Bay. There was only one Paisa. There wasn't that many Paisas in there, but there was a Paisa that was there for I think it was child abuse. It wasn't child sex abuse. It was because he used to hit his kids. That they call that physical abuse. And that's, you know, that's the only Paisa that I knew in in Pelican Bay in Folsom. We did clean, you know, the yard. We didn't clean the whole yard, but there was three Paisas that were, you know, funny. And one of them was from Jalisco, my hometown, and another Paisa from Jalisco, you know, took him out. There was two other more Paisas that got handled. And they were straight Paisas. That I can say they were straight Paisas, you know, Paisas, you know, straight Paisanos, you know. But when I, you know, from Folsom, I went to High Desert. Let me go back a little bit. When I was in Folsom, I noticed that there was that's the first time in my when I was doing time. That was the first time that I seen other races, you know, Mexican American Chicanos from up north, down south, and native. I think I seen one native and another one from Spain running with the Paisas. And to me, they look kind of funny. They were not my cellies, but CR was kind of loose. But I know now, not me, but when I was there, I never checked their paperwork because they were always, you know, I only check my cellies, you know, to that point, I only check my cellies paperwork, neta. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say, oh, I'll pull the whole. Nah, it was a Paisa that came. I already told this story. A Paisa that came from Villar and told all the Paisas to leave the yard, and he's the one that handled these pedos for the Paisas. But anywho, I go to Falls. I go to High Desert, right? As soon as I go to High Desert, the Paisas tell me that there was a Paisa that needed to be handled. And this Paisa, he's Plaquiazo. He, you know, his nickname was Lord Rider. Spoke perfect English. You know, as I, you know, went down, as I, you know, started doing more time, I started seeing more Paisas that were not per se originally from Mexico. This vato was raza. He was raza. I'm not gonna say he wasn't Mexican. He was raza, but he was not. He spoke perfect. As a matter of fact, he didn't speak no Spanish. They used to call him Low Rider, and he had a fucked up case. He got handled. He got handled on VR, and anybody can check. There was another Paisa. He was from Mexico, but he grew up in LA. That has some funny cases that he got handled as well. But I think he was, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and accuse nobody, no other race, but I don't think he was a straight Paisa. What I mean by that he spoke Spanish pretty broken. Anywho, he got handled. Well, as like I say, as I'm doing more time, I started seeing more vatos that were not straight Paisas, man. that were running with the Paisas. I seen a vato from San Juan that he was my celly, speak no Spanish. He spoke no Spanish at all in Susanville. This vato, he was my celly for 2 or 3 days, and I asked him for his paperwork, respectfully, and he didn't want to come up with the paperwork. I asked him for his 128G. A 128G has the whole info about an individual, and this vato, he went and snitched on me, so I went to the hole, and I ended up doing a shoot. So anywho, man, and I'm not gonna sit here and say that most of the Paisas that were handled, and there was another one in Ironwood, and Héctor, tu pinche rata, you should know that this vato got smoked. It was a Chomo también that was running Paisa in Ironwood back in 99 or 2000. No, it's 2000, 2001. There is some Chomos, Paisas, just like any other race has them. It's not only the Paisas. It's not only the Paisas, man. Like I said, through all my time, there was a lot of gente that were running with the Paisas because they didn't want to run with their people. Because I understand that some of the Paisas, they do not know how to read, even in Spanish. They don't even know how to read in Spanish. Much less in English. I seen some Paisas. I knew a Paisa that could not write. I used to write the letters for this Paisa, and they pretend like they check your paperwork, but they don't know what the hell they doing. But anywho, there is Paisa Chomos. There is homies Chomos. There is white Chomos. There is black Chomos. Let's not tag somebody, just because. How come you didn't mention boxer Enrique, and say, this vato was, had an R, on his jacket, and why? Because you're gonna lose some viewers. But anywho, man, like I said, most of these vatos, a lot of them were not Paisas. There is some Paisas that are Chomos. There is, like I said, there is whites, there's blacks. It affects everybody, man. It's not only the Paisas. And I'm gonna play this video real quick. And I think you said you were in the service, sir. So let me play this video real quick for you, and tell me, what the hell is going on over here. Since you called the Paisas Chomos, just because I know they have Paisas Chomos, and a lot of Paisas don't clean their garbage. But there is, like I say, this affects is a freaking disease that affects everybody. It was Richard Ramirez a Paisa? No, he was from East LA. It was the guy Allen, the one that killed Polly Klaas, the little girl. Was he a Paisa? No, he was. I don't know what race he was, but he wasn't a Paisa. Was Michael Jackson Paisa? You're gonna say Michael Jackson was a Paisa? Like I say, man, this freaking disease, what do you call it? Sickness, affects every race, every class, it doesn't distinguish from lower class, high class, middle class. It affects everybody, man. It affects. Look at how many priests are doing this fucking sick ass fucking shit. It's not only the priests. Let me play this video for you, so you can give yourself an idea of what I'm talking about, man. And excuse me for the noise.
Several of these men viewed the local female population as inferior, barely human, and felt they had the right to treat them as they wished. According to some sources, in some cases they even had permission from their superiors to do so, or at least their indifference. On one occasion, a man allegedly said, "You have an M16 rifle. Why would you pay a woman? You just go into town and take what you want." But the atrocities were not limited to the sexual. In many instances, was followed by murder of the victim. Often, these were committed in brutal ways, with the person being tortured and mutilated before their agony was brought to an end. The actions that were carried out are too inhumane to mention in this video. In the chilling words of one Vietnam veteran, "You became a double veteran by killing a woman after having sex with her. For them, performing this diabolical act increased your worth as a soldier."
Do you hear what it says? That right? That's the U.S. Army raping little girls in Vietnam. He says the atrocities that they did to these little girls are so inhumane to mention him right here on the video. These diabolical acts where it cannot be mentioned on the video. And this is the Marines, the Army of the United States. Are you gonna see here and tell me that these vatos were paisas? Pinche rata. You know me? This is a freaking a sickness that is affecting everybody, man. Everybody. Look at what's going on in the Vatican. You know, the priests, the Catholic Church, what they're doing. And it's not only Paisas priests. They got these priests all over, you know, the United States, Mexico, Central, South America, and Europe. This freaking act of I don't know what to call it, man. You know, kids are always out of bounds, man. I don't know what to call this freaking acts. I got a video where when I was like 16, when I was in the States, and this vato tried to put his hands, you know, I fell asleep, we were drinking, and he was already, you know, he spoke good English, man. He was not a paisa. You know, he tried to grab my stuff, and he's, you know, rest in peace. He's not gonna do that shit again ever. You know, that's right. You know, I did that. I handled that shit, dog. You know what I mean? And for you to sit here and say that the paisas are the chomos, you remind me of a vato that was on the yard. You know, we was gonna handle this vato in the high desert, and he was he had an R on his jacket, and this vato from he was on BR. We put him on the list to do a jale, because that's sometimes what we do. You know, we make him do a jale and then we hit him. So what happened was we was holding on, because not me, but this other vato was a tecato, and he was in the paisa that was had the R. He was the rapo had a fucking, he was gonna hit, meaning that he was gonna get some carga, and this other vato was waiting for the carga. And while we were waiting for the carga to arrive, a paisa from CR came, and he recognized this other paisa from CR, and he went and told the paisa that this paisa came from CR, that he pieced it up over there. And the paisa was from, that's why I know, because the paisa was from Jalisco. So they went and hit me up. Hey, you got a paisano that came from CR, so and so and so. His name is so and so. That's your paisano. And I think he pieced it up over there. And I said, who said that? And they told me, the paisa so and so. That was the rapo. And so I told him, hey, so I pulled out the paisa and I told him, hey, is that right that you came from CR? And he goes, yeah. And I got the paper. Why? I'm over here. And so that was bullshit. So the paisa that was a rapo, he was just putting this bottle on he was throwing this bottle under the fucking bus, because to cover himself, that he, you know, in another way is to put some heat on this bottle, and let's take the heat off of me, of this bottle, you know, that was a rape. Do you remind me of that bottle, Hans? You know, because you try to feed into the pinto thing over here on YouTube, like you are a pinto. You're not a pinto. I mean, you were a rata. You were a CEO, Hans. You were a CEO. You're not a pinto. So don't play the part like you were a pinto. You know what I mean? And before you say something about the paisa, you better check yourself, Hans, because A lot of us, a lot of the Paisas, I know my brothers ain't no motherfucking, funny motherfuckers. They hardworking people, man. They hardworking people. And I'm here to defend my gente, my raza, against anybody that will say something stupid like that, man. We had enough of this freaking Trump saying that we rapists, we murderers, and we're lazy. Yeah, we're lazy. We contribute more than anybody else to the United States economy. And that's how you pay us. That's how you motherfuckers pay us. You know what I mean? That's enough, Holmes. Every ramfla, every car in prison has Chomos. Everybody, man. Don't try to fucking throw that to the Paisas. You know what I mean? Everybody has him. Everybody has him, Holmes. And just like every ramfla has men, vatos con huevos, everybody has their fucking garbage también. You know what I mean? And thank you, Garners Collective, for defending the Paisas. And thank you, 16 the Live. And I hope you learned something from this, man, from this video. And I got another video, what these vatos did to some little girls and boys in Guatemala. But it's like the video said, it's so sick to even mention these atrocities, man. I don't know how to call them, But it's not only us, man. It's not only the Paisas. It's a sickness that is affecting everybody, the whole world, man. Let's defend our kids, man. Let's do something positive, man. And whatever I make off of this video, I'm gonna contribute to any little cause for kids. You guys already saw me, in one of my videos that I was telling a story that when I came over here, I saw a little kid running with some fucked up shower shoes, man. And I made a commitment to help him, man, because I didn't know what poverty was until I came over here, man. I thought I was poor, and I seen these little kids suffering, man, running with beat up shoes with no shoes, man. So I do that once in a while. You've been seeing my videos, man. Instead of tagging people, man, contribute. I'm not saying we don't have them. Everybody has them, most. Everybody has them. Everybody has those mother efforts, man, in their cars, man. Don't try to blame it on the Paisas just because a lot of them Paisas, they can't defend themselves. And I know you don't say nothing about anybody else because you're gonna lose viewers. And just like I made that video about the blacks, why they are so all these incidents happen. A lot of the blacks, they respected me for being honest, for coming, straight up forward and tell them this is the reason why these incidents are going on, man. And I'm telling you straight out like a man, from a man to a man, so you can avoid all these pedos. It's not that we don't like them. It's not that we don't like blacks, man. It's just that, when they do respect gente, they don't handle their people. That's their business, though. I'm out of prison. Whatever happens now, man. But I'm just, like I say, I wasn't thinking about I'm gonna lose viewers. I don't care about that, man. What they respected, I came forward and told them straight like a man. And with that amount, man, I hope you learned something from these videos, man. And you're never gonna belittle my people, man. And with that amount, saludos to everybody, man. Hit the like button. And yo soy mexicano, and I will defend my gente, to the end, man, to the day I die. With that amount, peace, man. God bless you guys. Stay out of trouble, stay out of prison, man. There's always drama in prison. I'm out.